best to do it with their respective characters. Now the question becomes, how does Chrismus come about this after playing a Peach like player 4? Definitely nothing compared to the Peach player we have in LingLing.
Yeah, they're very different styles of play, where player 4 is a lot more movement-oriented. LingLing focuses a lot more of his play on combos. He wants to keep that pressure up. He wants to keep that damage going. And if he does get that turnip and play, Chrismus has to get it out of play. He has to watch out. Yo, he almost got the footstool out of it, too? All right, LingLing, I see you. Sometimes he just goes for wild options. Sometimes you just nab your stock within the first 30 seconds of a match.
Such an unfortunate stock to go out the way that it did, but it seems like now LingLing has full control, and Chrismus trying to find a way to open it back up, trying to bring this back in his favor, but small little conversions, all she wrote, 65%, and then some. Already on. Oh my gosh, Chrismus could have sealed that stock with a little bit more damage, but you know what? We'll take what we can get.
Take note of how LingLing is trying to hover just out of the space where Chrismus can get a dash grab. Super important, because we've seen time and time again that Chrismus is getting so much off of these grabs. Whether or not it's his up throw, up air, kill confirm, or if he's just making himself prepared for some off-stage play and a little bit of free damage. Like, you stay out of that range, you're chilling.
Oh yeah, and you see right now, the name of the game for Chrismus has been revolved so much around what he does with his grab. Everything he does right there, he tries to go for a grab, but when you go for things like that, you get punished. 118 only dealt on LingLing's as he sits with 3 stocks, and as I say that, that's all she wrote to his first stock. But yeah, the name of the game has been so much that Chrismus wants to grab, and LingLing not having it whatsoever.
Yeah, no, he's chilling, man. Like, he's really just playing his game. Chrismus isn't doing a poor job of it, but he's just... I like that. I like that reset for the rapid jab. Anyways, it's just like Chrismus, every time he gets himself in, he's not able to stay in long enough. Or it's like little move whiffs that are really costing him positioning and damage. But good response out of the parry. He's going to allow for little conversion, but not as much damage as he'd like.
Oh my gosh, the back air conversion's coming in right there for Chrismus, but it seems like a little bit too late as he sits with almost no ink to work with either. So he has to find that opening if he wants to steal the stock and try to get that ink back into the picture. But off stage.
Oh, does not manage to get him.
And
with the hit from the up B. Super jump actually managing to work out, but not for too long, as LingLing immediately comes down with forward air and wraps up game 1.
Oh my gosh, and Chrismus gonna laugh that one out. He was pretty happy about, you know, getting that tech into that death. He's gonna seal that stock, but yeah, as you mentioned,
it was almost cute.
It was cute, but then Mama reminded us, you know, you want to get cute with me? Get smacked. Reminds me of my traumatic days as a child. And it's funny too, because you know it's a schoolgirl outfit. I remember skipping school one day, and my mama, you know, just happened not to be working, and I get home at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and she's like, "Why are you home?"
You're not allowed to be skipping class.
Smack.
You can't skip these hands.
Can't skip these hands. Forget that. And just like that, Chrismus is not able to escape any of those hands coming in from LingLing. As we take things to game 2, though, the question becomes: is schoolgirl gonna think about, you know, skipping school this time?
Nah, she's got to go to extra hours classes.
Got to do some overtime work.
She's got to pick it back up, and Stadium 2 is going to be the setting for it. If Chrismus gets a chance to play, he'll do fine. The problem is that LingLing was limiting his options so heavily in game 1 that we really didn't get a chance to see a lot from Chrismus.
Well, the question has been so much, you know, is Chrismus going to rely so much on the grabs? And as I say that, just one little conversion is all she wrote. Dada is definitely going to play a key factor into what sealed that first stock from Chrismus and what seemed to be something, you know, LingLing just kind of ran away with that stock.
He got a dot eye. He saw like the mispositioning from Chrismus, and he was like, yeah, I can make this work. And cooked him just straight up.
Made it work indeed. You got to eat your vegetables if you want to live in this household. And once again, sealing this. Well, he sealed the stock there, and now he just racked up this damage in the blink of an eye, putting this so much in his favor with a full stock lead. Splat bomb going to come into effect, though.
Sometimes you're just better off taking the splat bomb. Because, like, if you end up rolling, the Inkling's prepared for that. Like, they're setting you up for it. And we've seen that Chrismus has diabolical setups at the ledge, whether or not he's rolling with it, whether or not he's going for the grab. Like, he has a game plan. So just taking that little bit of extra damage and then, like, camping out the ink that's on you, it's working out. It's working out great for LingLing. He's once again on the verge of taking a stock. Meanwhile, still not even threatened on his first.
Oh my gosh, and LingLing once again running away with what seems to be his game to win. But as I say that, Chrismus once again sealing the stock. The first stock being taken once again. This is the same scenario as it was game 1. But it seems like Chrismus trying to find an opening, good awareness, using that grab to prevent Toad from doing any nonsense there.
Yeah, that was a great play from Chrismus, but he's still got such a heavy workload ahead of him.
Whoa. And just letting go of that roller a little bit too early. Nothing going to come out of it there. And once again, Chrismus in a very, very hard but doable situation.
Killing off the top, all right.
This is so intense right now. Seeing Chrismus down the way that he is right now, it's such, you know, you don't see it so often. So it's very shocking to see him in this position as
but
he is right now.
But he's bringing it back. He's
slowly
all the way
surely
back to the tied stocks, but he's sitting at 101. One minor conversion from LingLing could mean the end of a stock, but if Chrismus maintains the momentum that he's got, he's chilling. He's en route to bring us to a game 3. And, you know, that's something that we haven't brought up all stream is the fact that these are all best-of-3 matches to make it out of these pools.
Right.
We're very used to seeing best-of-5 matches, and, like, the fact that the pressure stays on these players this entire time is so rough on them.
Yeah, it does give him not that much time to adapt. But as I say that, once again, the bear going to come into effect, and Chrismus a bit upset about that stock, but can't take it away from him. He definitely did try bringing that back. And that winning animation from Peach actually tilts me.
That's the most tilting one. I love it. That's always been one of my favorites because she's had that since her introduction.
Yeah.
It's such a...
It's so tilting.
It's
like,
so good.
Just imagine being in the lead with 3 stocks to 1, and then a Peach bringing it back,
then
and then you have to see that winning animation. Oh, did I win? What? Like, boy, you're so lucky.
It's crazy. I like it. I'm a big fan of Peach.
Yeah, I love Peach. Definitely a fan favorite.
The fact that we're seeing so much Peach today is quite the blessing, at least in my eyes.
And they have been putting in that work. You know, it hasn't been, you know, it's just been so much impressiveness, so much phenomenal.
It's a character that's technically demanding as far as like your inputs go. Like you can't just like mash that out. Like you can get the down tilt to the nair to the regrab and back air. Most people can, if they spend like a good 20 minutes in training mode, like you can have that on lock. But when it comes to the item play that we see out of LingLing or the constant float cancels we see out of player 4, it's like you see that a lot of time has to go into this character, and one little mistake goes so far.
Right. And Peach is very technical. It's not a character that, you know, anybody could just pick up.
Huh?
Are we done?
Well, I'm getting the signal from Chris. It seems that our block is done. So
Bro, C-Pools just went by like that, and, you know, that's all she wrote. 2 Peaches moving on. Let me look at that losers bracket, see who we got in losers moving on. We're still awaiting Boost and Steezy having to face off Chrismus.
Okay.
So we're either going to see the Greninja or Lucina having to face off against the Inkling. Winner of that one will solidify themselves in top 16.